Today I'm going to be giving you a brief look at Wildmender, a desert guarding survival game that the longer I played, the more surprises it had in store for me. I want to thank Quali for providing me a copy of the game and for sponsoring this video. As always, I'll keep the background footage to the first hour or so of gameplay to avoid any major spoilers. Wildmender is available on PC via Steam, as well as Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5. It is currently 20% off on the Steam Winter Sale, so if you like what you see and you're playing on PC, now is the perfect time to pick it up. Before we jump into the gameplay, what I want to do first is show you the customization options in the difficulty settings here. So under the settings and difficulty, you'll notice that you have all these options here in terms of how you want to play the game. There's also some presets. I'm going to be playing on normal. You can play on peaceful, hard, Iron Child, or custom. And what this is going to allow you to do is basically fully customize your experience. You can tune these sliders up and down to your heart's content and make the game as hard or as easy as you want. So I just wanted to show that off because this game, of all the survival games I've ever played, seems to have the most customization in terms of difficulty, and I think that's an awesome option to allow more people to enjoy the game. So the basic premise of Wildmender is the world has been turned into a vast desert, as you can see here, and what you're going to need to do is you're going to take this little spring here and build a garden around it and expand it out as far as you possibly can throughout the entire world. Along the way, you'll be fighting the Wraith corruption, which is going to be the evil that's inside of this world. So like many survival games, you're going to be able to go around collecting resources here. You'll notice in the top right corner, we have quests. We get our quest from our guide spirit here, who's going to kind of guide us through the tutorial at the beginning. So we filled our drink up here. We're going to drink some water. Top left corner, you're going to notice the standard survival mechanics of thirst, hunger, and health. So we have managed to quench our thirst, and we're just going to go around and collect the sticks as we're being told to do here to make the crafting table. So there are lots and lots of crafting stations in this game. I think there's over 70 in total. So lots of things to unlock and lots of features and systems in the game. There's also lots of building options. We're going to grab the sticks here. So once we can grab our sandstone here, we're able to create a workbench. And you can like fully customize your garden here. So you can kind of build however you want. And let's go over and craft our workbench. So we'll unlock the first crafting station, which is going to be the workbench. So we're going to craft that, kind of place it where we want. We'll just place it here. It's going to place it down. And now the workbench is going to allow us to craft some other stuff. So we can craft a wood sickle. Now I'm going to say right up front, if you know me and you know one of my biggest things with survival games is how does the game handle durability? Well, guess what? There is no durability in this game, at least from what I've seen in the time that I've played the game. You will craft your tools here and your weapons and stuff like that, gear, whatever it is, and they just don't break. There's just no durability on them. So we're going to go over here. I'll show you right now. We'll go over and hit this tree and cut it down. It's a dead tree here, so we're going to cut this down. You'll notice there is no durability on my weapon, and it will just not break. So we're just going to cut this tree down. You're going to notice there's sticks coming out of it. I really, really, really like this because to me, durability it just makes a lot of games. It's not done well in most games, in my opinion, and it kind of detracts from it. So now we can craft a spade at the workbench. We're going to go over here, craft our spade, and that's going to allow us to dig. So we will just go over here. You'll notice the golden spots here are going to be very easy to see. They're going to dig. You're going to dig up some seeds. The seeds will be used to expand your garden. So those are the basic features of the game at the beginning of the game. And what you're going to be doing is just kind of expanding out. And you need to manage your, like I said, manage your hunger and thirst. So because I've already played through this a little bit, I know that I can come over to these cactus, pour water on them, and they're going to give me the fruit from them. And that's going to be your main source of nourishment at the very beginning of the game. So you're going to want to make sure you find as many cactuses as possible. One thing of note is I believe the tutorial area is pretty similar. It looks like it's pretty similar. The game will have procedurally generated maps, so if you want to play through the game more than once, there's going to be an opportunity to do that and not have the exact same experience. Also, I'm playing solo today, but the game does have 1 to 4 player co-op, so if you're like me and you get your most enjoyment out of playing games like this with friends, you can certainly do so. So like I said, you're going to go to the guide spirit. The guide spirit's going to kind of guide you through the tutorial, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time doing this since I've already done it. Press B to open your backpack. So you can plant dune grass in the wet soil near the water. So obviously we're going to see here's the wet sand here. And what you can do is you can actually dig out and have the water expand to make your garden bigger. We go in our backpack. We're going to find the dune grass seed, which is this one. We're going to go down here. You can see you can eat, plant, do some other stuff with. So we're going to plant it. And if it's green, that means it's in a good spot. So we'll plant that. And there you go. So I've unlocked the ability to craft the copper mirror. This is going to be very useful because this is going to help you in combat. It's also going to provide a light source, so you're going to be using this quite a bit. So we've made our mirror. We're going to fire a practice spell. So basically what you can do is you can shoot a light ray. You're going to be doing that to fight off the wraiths. You can also use it for another function, which will show up a little bit later. Now we're going to build ourselves a lean-to, and that's going to be your bed, so we need some more wood. All right, so we built a lean-to, which was the last part of the tutorial. What we're going to do is go in here, and we're going to rest until dusk. All right, so we have slept through until nighttime, and obviously because it is a desert, you're going to want to be doing most of your exploring at night where the sun's not beating down on you. So over here, we're going to see our first ghost. We're going to come up to the welcoming ghost here. They're going to tell you a story. What happens when they tell you a story is it's going to give you a memory, and it's going to unlock the memory tree here. So we're going to press the go into the memory button, memory here. These are essentially going to be skill trees, which you're going to unlock. You're going to notice there is survival, arcane, spiritual, secret, and guidance. Lots of skills to unlock as you play through this game. So we got the first one here. It's going to cost 2 memories. And what that's going to do is it is going to let us do handcrafts. Learn to construct the basics from wood and fiber, including storage, decorations, and a compost bin. So you're going to be finding ghosts throughout your playtime in the game. Like there's going to be a different ghost for the different memories. So there's going to be the different ghosts here. You're going to find the survival one's going to be the green one. There's going to be the 4 other ones. And you will stumble upon them, but there's also going to be a way later on to be able to kind of just show where they are or the direction they're going to be in so you can actually find them. All right, so that's basically the tutorial. Now we can break the magic seal, that's a magic circle that's around here. That's going to let us go out and explore the world. So we're just going to walk up to it. And we're going to break the magic circle. And then we will be free to explore wherever we kind of want. Now, the game is very freeform. You can follow the quests, or you can kind of just do whatever you want. If you're unsure, there's going to be quests up in the top right corner, but you can also go to your journal. The journal is going to have your main quest. It's also going to have side quests you can do. You can kind of just do them in any order you want as you come across them. You can do as many side quests as you want. You can skip them, come back to them later. You can just do all the side quests that you want to do. It's also, we're over here, we're going to have what we can craft now. So we've already crafted the workbench and the lean-to. You'll notice we have the compost bin, the storage bin, the planter, and the path. And then we also, that you can filter down here, which will be helpful later on. In our backpack, we're going to notice everything that's in here. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to kind of go out and explore. And like I said, it's best to explore at nighttime. So find the ominous crystal structure and interact with the blue shard underneath of it. So this is going to release the prisoner. This is going to be our first combat sequence here. So this guy's going to basically shoot something at us. And what we're going to do is let him focus in on us. When it shoots, we're going to reflect it back at him and destroy him. There you go. So that's the basics of the combat. The combat will be, it's going to be obviously get a little bit tougher. That was just the tutorial. So you can shoot light beams at things, or you can also use the reflect. And this looks like there's a wraith here. So these are the wraiths. First one's probably going to run away from us. I think it does run away. Yeah, it does run away. They'll fight it. They'll be coming after us later on, and we'll have to deal with them. But that's basically the premise of the combat, is attacking and deflecting. So now that we've collected the shard, we're going to go back here and return it to our guide spirit. This is going to unlock some stuff for us. So he's going to tell us his name is Avidius. We can skip. I'm going to skip this because I've already seen it. And what that's going to do is he's going to have a story we're going to tell. He's going to tell us the story. We've already heard the story. He's telling us the story right now. All right, so here, as you can see, what he's going to do is he's going to give us the main quest. He's also going to give us some guidance here. So he's going to give us the main quest. He's going to tell us what we need to do. So he's going to tell us we need to we need to go find the pink comet, or the origin of the pink comets, and then we need to return the shards to him. He can tell us about food sources. So I'm just going to skip through these real quick because I've already seen these. Obviously, if you're playing through this for the first time, pay attention to what he's saying, and just pay attention to what it's telling you on the screen, because it's going to be very helpful. We're going to climb up this wall. We're going to jump up the wall, hold shift. You'll notice that there's also no stamina bar, which is absolutely amazing. So this game has no stamina, no durability, which is just something that those are two things that, if they're done right, they're okay, but in many survival games, they're not. So this Wildmender is going to allow you to just climb up walls. Now, what you're going to be doing in your travels through the game is you'll be finding there's some gods here. So the pink dome over there is going to have the first god. You will be, when you unlock the god, once you find the gods, they will basically help you in your adventure. They will give you items. They will just make your adventure easier. And there are several gods you're going to have to encounter. I don't want to spoil anything in terms of what they're going to give you or anything like that. You'll be able to find that out for yourself when you jump into this game. But I do want to just show you up here. We're going to do the first combat sequence up here. All right, so here is basically the corruption. This is what's sending those comets off here. So what we're going to do is avoid this so it doesn't hit us. We're going to kill these crystals over here. The wraiths are going to spawn in, so we're going to have to fight them here. Like I said, you can customize the difficulty. So if you find this to be too easy or too hard, you can certainly change it around to meet your needs here. I'm on normal, so I shouldn't have much trouble here. We're going to break these crystals. I timed that right. So let me just get a little bit closer to it. Actually, let me take the crystals out first because they're just going to be an annoyance. Bam. One shot. This one's going to take more than one shot. The last one only took one shot. 2 shots done. Come over here. Release the imprisoned spirit. And then once you do that and release all 4 of them, you can go back to your garden and turn them in and basically just progress through. So what I wanted to do before I wrap this video up was kind of show you what your garden will start to look like. Although you can make it look however you want. This is kind of what it'll start to look like once you have found the first god and been able to have the grass start growing here. You'll notice that I've kind of expanded the spring out here. I have a little river going down here, a little stream. So I'm going to make that work its way around here. And it'll let the grass just keep expanding out. It'll also give me more room to be able to plant some more trees, more plants, which will just continue to expand the garden out. And basically, Wildmender is going to be a game that's going to give you, can give you as much time as you really want because it's procedurally generated. But in general, if you just play through the game one time, I would estimate it'll probably take somewhere between like 20 and 30 hours if you do the main quest and kind of just do most of the side quests. If you want to build like a massive garden and just kind of have it expand out as far as you want, you can certainly get more time than that out of the game. Again, it's going to be 1 to 4 player co-op, so you can play it solo or with friends, however you choose. The game is available on Steam right now at a 20% discount during the Steam Winter Sale. There's a link to the Steam page in the description down below. You can also play it on both Xbox Series X and S as well as PlayStation 5. And I want to once again thank Quali for sponsoring this video as well as providing me with a copy of the game. Hopefully you found it helpful. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.